Oops. A little bit of nerves there. Forgot to change the scene. As we can see tonight, we have 2Calculated banning out Sky Temple. We have Spider Queen that's banned out by the Nexus Cats. And the Nexus Cats decided they can take us to Volskaya. I hate Volskaya. How do you feel about Volskaya? That would make two of us. That, and as the tank player, I always have to pick up the healing pack, and I always forget to drop the stinking thing. So, there's always that, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, we are in draft. I am excited. Why are you not showing up?
Oh no!
Oh no. Say it ain't
No.
so.
I told the teams that you were here to do all the hard work, and I was just here to look cute. And how can I do my job if my camera isn't showing?
There we go. Okay, just a little hiccup.
Good. I can do my job now.
That's right. Just, don't just be a pretty face tonight. So, let's see. I don't know a whole lot about these teams. I would expect you're going to see more meta-type bans, or maybe very specific targeted bans. I guess we're about to find out. If I got first pick, I'd probably let a noob and Diablo through, force them to ban one of those, and take one of them for myself.
Yep, two common bans. You know, we see them a lot in the other divisions as well. So, wouldn't be surprised. No Stukov, though. Which,
No
I mean,
Stukov.
we've seen that before on Volskaya. You know, with teams clustered on the point, his silences can be brutal if placed right, especially if you do pair him with a hero like you mentioned, like Diablo, who could wallbang someone or shove them into that silence.
Interesting.
And now no Ana. Okay.
And now no cameras. This is a great day. No Ana. The cameras are acting up. It is definitely not playoff time for me. Alright, so we're just going to leave this as is right now. And I will work on it between games and we'll figure it out.
Alright.
But yet it works on other scenes.
We can see the teams, and that's the most important part.
Exactly. An Orphea ban.
That's probably a little targeted, I would assume. I don't see that one too often. Ooh, we're getting a choke on the healers here. Lucio banned too. Huh. Alright.
You have to ask yourself here. Oh, that's why. Helps if you put it on the right scene. Oh my goodness. What a day. Just been,
like I said,
hit after hit after hit.
This is why I leave all the hard work to you. Thanks for doing this.
It's all good. Oh, there's Diablo, the Lord
First
of Terror.
We kind of expected that. Like I said, all those healers are the ones getting banned out here. They're not going for the tanks. So I'll be interested to see what they do pick up for their healers.
It makes me wonder if both sides have a support player with a limited hero pool, and they're trying to choke the other one out.
It's possible. It is totally possible.
Jojo,
Johanna.
Maiev, spicy.
Ooh, two good picks on this map, though.
Very spicy.
Well, Johanna can stay on that point forever, just hanging out and eating everybody's damage. Maiev is great for the engages.
Yeah, the Maievs, the thing is with Maiev, when you pick Maiev, she can make you or break you. If your Maiev doesn't pick the right engages, or goes in poorly, then it's going to break you. But if they know what they're doing and they pick the proper engages, it makes all the difference in the world.
Yep.
So with this, pick up the Alex. Okay.
So, good on point. Ana's not there to negate the W heals. And then no Varian.
The former King of Stormwind will not be joining us tonight.
I'm okay with that. As a support main, I never mind seeing Varian banned because he usually targets me. So, take that, Varian.
And then, of course, you know, you may have the evening where he's all over your support and you end up calling him a D-bag.
These things happen. Sometimes these things happen.
Get off my support. No Jaina. So
no Jaina either. Rip. She's not here to help.
interesting decision when Kael'thas is still on the board, so I would like to see the cats, the Nexus cats here, pick up Kael'thas.
Yeah, 2Calculated already has their mage. You know, they prioritized Gul'dan. So we'll see if the cats grab Kael'thas, or maybe they're going to go for Kel'Thuzad. Who knows?
That would be
he's
so
made it through this far.
Imperious Raynor.
Raynor. Okay. All right.
A strong solo lane in Imperious.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I realized is still on the board here?
What?
Rexxar. Rexxar is absolutely still on the board here.
He is. I'm trying to remember if Fear plays Rexxar, but with the Arthas pickup, yep, I'm not going to see that. We are going to see Lunara. Okay. And then all that's left on the side of Nexus Cats is a healer.
Give me Deckard.
Lily.
Deckard!
Oh! Alright, I was going for something not as common, but
Stay
I guess
a while and listen.
we're going to have to stay a while and listen tonight. Although, maybe we'll see some Lornado try and get people off that point and keep them off. I'll have to wait and see. But,
It could be. Who do you think won the draft here?
You know what? I'm not quite sure. I think I like the damage picks a little bit better on the side of 2Calculated. So we'll have to see. What do you think?
I think 2Calculated has more damage. The problem is going to be its periodic damage. They don't really have finishing power. That being said, the Maiev can finish. The Raynor can pump out sustain. So I'm going to have to go with the Nexus Cats. I mean, you can always go tap. If Deckard's smart and keeping pots out, he's going to negate the dots. But we'll see. I guess a good Diablo wallbang on a very poisoned, low health person will finish.
You know, and Nexus Cats are going to have to be careful with Deckard. You know, you have to make sure to get to the objective ahead of time and set up.
Absolutely. So, on the Nexus Cast, we have Arthano on Raynor, Shadowguard on Imperious, Mark Zombie is on the Johanna. That guy is playing Maiev, who is a girl, and Lulu is on Deckard.
That guy. And then over on the side of 2Calculated2Throw, we have Fear on the Lunara, August Sun on the Arthas, Galderais on the Alexstrasza. I'm pretty sure I murdered your name again. I'm sorry. Reptilius on Diablo, and Jurgenderb on Gul'dan.
Jurgenderb. See, this is why I pick games that have the red side has all the hard names.
so you can
I
make
can
me
look
say
like
it.
I'm awesome. And you can be like, I'm sorry. Makes me feel better about myself. So we got the ceremonial dance here. I don't look, especially with Imperious going straight to bottom, I do not look for the cats to want any part of this. And they send Raynor top. They're going straight to lane. They're not going to have it early.
Yeah, neither team is doing much here. They realize there's nothing to really be gained except a little bit of pride from this beginning engagement. So moving on pretty quick.
I'm going to do? I'm going to do what a fellow teammate of ours talks about. We're going to go down to the solo lane, tech out Shadowguard against Fear down here. Lunara will probably poke him out, especially early on. So he's just going to have to play safe.
And be careful if you're already sitting at about half health. So just, hang back and do your poke damage and everything should be okay.
And we see 2Calculated already on the camp. A little bit faster than the Nexus Cats, but now that guy is going over there to help Deckard. And I'm going to have so much fun with that name. Getting that camp. And as expected, yeah, Lunara is going to definitely have her way down here. So Shadowguard just needs to be placed or safe and just accept he's going to have to let stuff get into the tower.
Yeah, this early in the game, I don't think you're really, going to get too much damage and you're not trying to push the lane super hard. So it's okay for right now to kind of sit back so you don't take a whole lot of damage and just, soak safely. You're just trying to get your XP for that team for that first objective.
You're right. And an interesting thing, checking in on here on top, Arthano is actually getting backed up by the Arthas. I did not expect that. I figured the Rainer would be having his way in this lane just like the Lunar is, but right now he's getting backed up, and here comes the cavalry to help Arthas out. That may be what's going on here.
Yeah, having to play, again, a little safe here. A little bit of an aggressive rotation from 2Calculated2Throw. But, again, no one has stepped out too far. No deaths for either team. They both have picked up their turrets. And we see Nexus Cats grab their siege camp, but they haven't capped it yet. They're waiting for that timing right before objective starts.
Yeah, and this could really give them some benefit, as the Nexus Cats have not even moved towards their siege camp here, so that's going to give them some easy pressure up top, and it's going to force them to respond. Good corruption.
Yeah, August Sun almost getting caught out there in top lane, but Arthas does make it out of there. And finally Deckard capping that siege camp just as teams are gathering on that spawn point in mid.
So the top's cleared out, no big deal. And actually now their camp's out, so they'll be the ones generating pressure, and they send August Sun up, looks like, to go deal with it. Nope, he's coming back, fearing that they're going to be engaged upon. He comes back. So they're just going to let the camp be the top camp, and see if they can win the dance down here. There's a tether by that guy.
Boy, I've got the
Diablo is in so much trouble eating that turret over and over, but looks like Alex is going to be up to the task right now. But August Sun is going to live, and that is going to be a 3-for-none in favor of 2Calculated2Throw. I would dare to say that was calculated.
Never underestimate the dragon. Those heals coming out were perfectly timed. Like you said, Diablo's eaten all that damage from the turret, but the heals from Alexstrasza kept him alive, and they were able to get 3 kills out of Nexus Cats and win that first objective.
And I'd just like to see them get the front wall here and just move on down the line, and that's what they're going to do.
Yep.
Going to
Get
go
those walls
party
out.
top.
Party top, time to get rid of that healing well.
That's right. Tilt the next objective even more in your favor.
So both teams have already picked up their
Arthur,
7s
no.
at least. Oh no!
Just kind of stood in the machine gun there, I think.
Gotta respect the protector. Does some serious damage. And they get those walls down, and hopefully not going to back out before targeting that well. I mean, that's a huge deal going into next objective phase here.
Oh, the well is going to stand.
Not quite getting it there.
But they do have a wave here. Gul'dan should be able to get this. Oh yeah, there we go.
There we go. Yep, got it through poke, and now they're backing out. Work here is done.
See, calculated. They knew what they were doing. Oh ye a little faith. So right now, the early game definitely in 2Calculated2Throw's advantage, but the thing that I think they have to worry about here is when the cage becomes a factor.
Once that cage comes online, that's going to be, an issue. They're going to have to watch their positioning, try not to clump up too much. So if, someone does get caught in the cage, they can mitigate that, that damage as much as possible.
Oh, okay. So Arthano sees Deckard hitting with his cane. He decides he needs to go melee too. Why not?
Melee Rainer.
If the old man can swing it, why can't I?
If Deckard's in there hitting things with his stick, you kind of feel bad, like you're putting your elders through all that work. You gotta help out.
Help me out here, son. Oh, we got a little ha ha ha. Leaping strikes down south of it. It's just gonna back up. Oh, there's a impale from Imperius. That's gonna back the Bambi up just a little bit. And we have a support camp up top.
Yep,
So right
calculated. Taking advantage of the fact that they have their heroics already, picking up support camp. They also have their turret, so items slightly in their favor at this point.
So it is going to be stay a while on the Deckard. It's going to be Blessed Shield on the Johanna. It's Angelic Armaments for Imperius. Of course, Warden Cage for Maiev. And oh my goodness, Arthas. And Hyperion Bye, Arthas. For
Yep.
Jimmy Rayner.
He's a little bit far inward there, and top lane trying to push that wave to top. Got cut out and was not able to walk away from that damage.
Meanwhile, Fear, as expected, just having their way down at the bottom right there, almost getting the front wall.
Yep.
What we got here? Oh, you can't. Oh, there you go, Bambi. You can't run away from that.
Yep. A little far out, stayed a little bit too long. Got ganked. But both teams heading up top for second objective now. 2Calculated2Throw picking up their camp. It's going to help them keep that lane pushed and get vision there.
That was close as Gul'dan. 24 stacks, not too bad.
Yep.
Oh, there's a big tether.
They got to be careful here. They're still down Lunara.
Yeah, well, it went on Diablo, and right now the 100 souls, Diablo's just fine.
That was smart. They were backing off a little bit, you know, realizing they couldn't hard engage just yet. But now that Lunara's here, it's time to go all in.
And here comes the cage with the Hyperion. Alex goes up above. Is she going to rain down enough healing? August Sun.
August Sun getting low.
No.
Diablo getting really low too, but so are the members of Nexus Cats. But Diablo, 3 members down on the side of 2Calculated2Throw, and some Nexus Cats make it through all of that. Whew. There were some really low health bars there. I was getting stressed.
You and me both. So we get a reverse of what happened at the first objective, I believe. I believe it was three for none the other way on objective 1, and now it's 3 for none on objective 2. But the big thing is Diablo reset. That's going to be a big loss. He's going to be a squishy Lord of Terror for a little while until he can get his souls back up. And it looks like 2Calculated2Throw went down and grabbed their turret camp again. Maybe they're going to hope to use that, you know, in defense here, because the Protector's already wailing away on top fort. Keep wanting to call it a keep. Yeah, we're not to that point yet. What I would like to see is if the Nexus Cats overstay here, as soon as this Protector's down and you're close, rip that Cindy. Make them stay. Make them fight. The quote of one of our friends, right? Fight me.
Shout out to Hoedown for always wanting to fight. Protector got quite a bit of damage on it. So I don't know if they're going to try and walk this all the way down to bot lane and get that fountain. Looks like they're just trying to poke out some damage in mid here.
There's only 12 seconds. They might get the top tower here if they really hurry. But that's about it.
Yeah, seemed like they stayed maybe a little bit too long in top. You know, maybe should have gone directly to bot instead of trying to get that damage in mid, because the fountain still stands. So right now both teams are on even tiers as far as that's concerned. They still both have their fountains in bot. So both should have that available for that dreaded third objective.
And I think maybe a slight misplay by the Nexus Cats here. They had to have seen Diablo and Arthas in lane. So they had to know that was a 5-on-3. They probably should have taken that Maiev, turned around, and tried to obliterate the squishies that stayed.
Ooh, now that's 2 support camps for 2Calculated2Throw.
See, they're just building up. Here's the plan. The dreaded third point, the more healing, the better, right?
Yeah. As we know from experience, you need all the heals you can get with that one.
That's right. I'd say sometimes I wonder if 3's even enough on that freaking point.
The dang conveyor belts get me every time.
So we have a rotation over to the siege camp by 2Calculated. It's going to be a little bit earlier on the release, and the Nexus Cats are going to have theirs a little bit later, so if it gets cleared, that's going to generate pressure for them again. Top.
Yeah. Both teams have been pretty good about not forgetting that siege camp and, you know, trying to get it out as much as possible. Timing, like you said, maybe a little bit of tweaks, you know, time it closer to the objective. But, you know, so far, you know, pretty good for remembering. We've had too many instances where, you know, we've not prioritize camps as we should. So I like it when teams do that.
A little shout out to Sailor Sky here. I now know when somebody goes small, why in this map now.
You're learning your healer talents.
Very slowly.
We'll get you there. So we got Nexus Cats in top. They cleared up that camp pretty quickly. They held on to their own siege camp, haven't capped it yet. You know, again, probably going to time it a little bit closer to objective. We see 2Calculated2Throw rotating all the way to bot lane. Looks like maybe they are going to try and get that fountain down to give themselves advantage there. Gul'dan and Lunara both have some good poke,
here's
but
a big cage.
Cage and that tether from Maiev, Hyperion down from Raynor, and we see so much damage coming out from both these teams. Alex Straza getting the Maiev in the back. Stay a while and listen from Deckard coming out. And Arthas going deep to get the kill on Johanna there, but
the Fear's gonna save
Fears.
him. Is it? Oh, Arthano can't finish it.
Oh. Meta's gonna be 3 down on the side of Nexus Cats with Imperious looking
Running
like
for his life.
maybe not quite. He got ha-ha-ha'd, doesn't make it out of there today.
Not today.
Nope.
There will be no Valor for Imperious today. So, you know, a couple more items, why not? Diablo doesn't have one. Does Arthas have one? Okay, the tanks need some items, people. They're feeling neglected here.
And unfortunately, that's 4 kills for Nexus. 4 2Calculated2Throw. You know, 4 kills on the Nexus Cat side, and that means they're pretty much going to have to give this bot objective here.
Sneaky Raynor.
But yeah, taking that camp top and trying to push it in, but it looks like Arthas is backing to go and clear that. Raynor wisely backing out a little bit, you know, gathering some support from his teammates. It looks like they're just going to ignore that bot objective completely and try and get as much value as they can with that camp.
I like this decision. I think your cooldowns, the big ones, are down. You're probably not going to win the fight. Generate some pressure somewhere else.
You know, get as much value, like I said, out of that camp as you possibly can before you have to go back and defend your own keep.
Oh, wow, they're even going to burn Hyperion here. They're going to sell out for this.
Going all in, but unfortunately taking quite a bit of damage here. Cage goes down, almost looks like just to disengage them.
Yeah,
you know, so they can.
It was a disengage.
To walk away here because they have to back now and go defend their own keep.
And I feel like that 60's back. Meanwhile, in the Batcave, the Protector is going to town on the bottom keep.
Protector is going ham on bot keep. Up until now has pushed in uncontested, but gonna have to back out as the Cats, you know, get down there for the defense.
It's okay, Bambi. You can walk on it. It's friendly to you.
All right.
Oh,
Down to
hey,
just
Deckard.
about half health. Oh no! Big damage from Protector. Gotta respect that. We see one of those healing camps coming down.
And the first keep goes over to 2Calculated2Throw, and Imperious not having a good day.
But 1-for-1 trade as Arthas goes down as well. But unfortunately, Lunara gets her ha-ha-has off on Jimmy, and he falls too.
Okay, 20's almost here. They do have a lot of, and they are going to try to core this bad boy.
They are, I believe Dragon Queen should still be up. They still have a healing camp here. Lightning Breath coming out from Diablo. They are going to try and just wail away on core and get this damage down before the members of Nexus Cats are back up. Oh, that guy doing his best, but not quite enough. Alex Straza putting out those last minute heals as 2Calculated2Throw secures game 1. GG.
GG. Okay. I think that was the 6 just beat the third seed there, I think. If I did my homework correctly today. Of course. Yeah, we'll put you on the stats. So the Lunara bringing the pain, ha ha ha, and all over the map. Top damage, only 2 deaths really. That's pretty good on Bambi. Alex, 40,000 more healing than Deckard. That could have been part of the reason fights weren't going their way. Because every time the cage came out, Alex was in the air, keeping him alive. They absolutely did. I was gonna go get some water, but we already have a lobby, so no water for me. Actually, you know what? While they're getting the other team in, we're going to take a very short break so I can get some water. Be right back. Okay, we are back. The lobby is set. It looks like they're ready to go. I have gotten my water. I am ready to go. You just can't cast with a dry throat. I need to get the bot Murda has. It says, Bell, you have been casting for 1 hour. You should have drank X amount of water by now. That's what I want. Have you never watched Murda's stream? Yeah, it's like, by now you should have consumed like 8 ounces of water or whatever. But
Remind me to drink more.
yeah.
Can I get that in real life, please?
Yeah, no doubt. So we're going to Infernal Shrines. As you've seen on the screen, the Nexus cats have decided that this is where they're going to turn the tides and take us to Game 3, which I want very much.
It's always exciting when we get to cast a Game 3. And I'm wondering here if we're going to see the Nexus cats ban out Alex Straza. Number one, because, you know, great heals and stuff last match, but also because this is one of her best maps. She can make a huge difference in the fights here, just as she did on Volskaya. So I'm wondering if that's one of the bans.
I think we agree. This is her best map. Volskaya is her second best map.
Yeah, I think. And they, all right, 2Calculated2Throw goes with the Stukov again.
Interesting.
Maybe we'll see another healer choke here. Same 2 first bans. Okay, no Stukov and no Ana.
It feels like we've been here before. I mean, I could be wrong.
A little bit of deja vu here.
A little bit.
Like I said, I'm gonna wait for that Alex ban.
They surely don't let Diablo through on this one, right? The cats. there's an Orphe again. I don't think you let Diablo through. The Lord of Terror was terrifying. So, I don't think you let that through.
Yeah, they've got a choice here. Oh, and they do opt for the Alex pick. I called it.
Nailed it.
They let the Diablo through. See, as support mains can be scary too.
Sometimes. Depends on who's on the support.
Waiting to see if 2Calculated. Yep. I was gonna say, waiting to see if they pick up that Diablo, but
her audio shouldn't be dead. Okay.
Uh-oh.
August, son.
I'm here to help.
Making me all kinds of nervous.
I heed the voice of Elune.
I am going to check something out real quick.
Are we back up and running?
Yeah, we're fine. I just want to... Woo! Okay. Just
Get everything
August
figured
said
out?
your audio was going on. I was making sure that I thought, uh-oh, am I still running the delay I run when I stream? But we're not.
Okay, so we got
delay.
got everything figured out.
We are good.
All right.
Ooh.
Looks like we've got several
Tyrande
more
against
picks
the
here.
Gul'dan. Ouch.
We got Tyrande and Jaina picked up for Nexus Cats, and Gul'dan again for 2Calculated2Throw, and then Rhaegar for their healer.
Now, I am not totally versed on healers by any stretch of the imagination, but I believe there is a talent where she can kind of AoE heal some instead of she gives up like a cleanse or something to do that. Is that right?
Tyrande?
Yes.
Yes, I believe there is. I usually take the cleanse talent, so if it's on that same tier, that's why I'm a little hesitant, because I don't even... I usually need that cleanse in our CC heavy meta, so I normally don't pay too much attention to the other picks there, but I think you're right. I think there is a slight AoE heal, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I think you might have to consider it here with the Gul'dan. Because I don't know that she can produce enough healing without it.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see
Arthas and
what
Zera.
gets taken here. Ooh, Zeratul. There's your bit of spice for this game.
Yeah, you know, I love that guy. And Zera.
Well, no Lunara, so no more laughter on the side of 2Calculated2Throw, unfortunately. So we'll have to see what they're going to pick up here for their secondary damage.
Thrall in the off lane, I'm going to guess.
Okay. And then that last pick for Fear going to be...
Jimmy.
Jimmy. It's Jimmy. Alright, so waiting to see kind of...
Jaina. So you got the VP... Yes, Imsa, I am. Hold on.
VP into ring combo there.
Mm-hmm. VP ring. What's a good follow-up to that?
See what they're gonna shoot.
Blaze.
All right.
VP ring combustion. That's what
Combustion,
you see.
yeah. Yep, I definitely think Combustion is the pick here to pair better with everything else. Don't think we'll see Bunker.
And everybody's seeing Imsa. In my conversation, I need to get that blackout thing so people can't see me doing that. So smile, Imsa, if you're watching. Say hi to everybody, because you're on candid camera. Alright, so no the Blaze. It will be against the Thrall. Thrall wins that. Arthas is out-tanked as much as I like him. Will probably lose to the Diablo in the engage. Well, definitely will lose in the engage compartment. The thing is looking at the Nexus cats, they are counter-engage. They want them to come in. That's where Arthas' strength is, and then they have to push back.
Yep,
That's got to be the strategy.
They've got the follow-up for it, for sure.
Arthano is going to be on Jaina. Lulu is going to be on Tyrande. Jaina is going to be on Arthas. Shadow Guard is going to be on... There we go. Shadow Guard's going to be on Blaze. That guy is on Zeratul, and I think I got them all. Thanks for the tip out there, Turd, about the Shift Z. Never even knew I could do it. So thank you.
You learn something new every day. On the side of 2Calculated2Throw, we've got August Sun on Thrall, Raptilius on Diablo, Jurgen Derb on Gul'dan, Fear on Raynor, and Galderis on Rhaegar.
Golden. God bless you for taking the hard names.
You're welcome. It's what I'm here for.
That's
what
right.
I'm here for.
English is hard.
I drink and I know things.
You drink and you know things. Well, that's good. Someone's got to know something around. Oh.
Uh-oh. I would say, it looks like 2Calculated
I think
hanging back
Vinny
there.
DC.
Looks like we got a disconnect here.
Well, this is awkward. I don't know what to talk about. So how's the weather? Nothing's happened in the game.
We're just going to have to wait. Oh, he's back already, though.
Oh, saved by the fast internet. Hallelujah.
That was a quick one. All right.
All right.
Good stuff.
Oh, crap. Does that mean I gotta pause it? Hopefully not.
Are we referees?
I hope not.
Oh, looks like we are. So
Gun. 3, 2, 1. Uh-oh. Where's the pause button? Where's the pause button? There we go.
you figured it out. Good job, Belle.
I haven't had to hit it for what feels like an eternity.
It's all good.
Me.
We are back online.
So Shadow Guard, up the lane a little bit earlier, but August gets there just in time. They're not going to miss any soak there.
Nope.
That guy is going to be
getting caught
dead
out.
guy.
Yep. The Diablo wallbang, the slow from Rhaegar. He was gone. Rest in peace.
2Calculated2Throw already on the camp.
Getting that out early, getting the early game pick there too.
Go back up here to the solo lane, give him some love. Shadow Guard stuns the living crap out of August, but in the sustained game, Thrall's going to ultimately win that battle. Oh, very nice. Let's see if Zera is going to sniff this out. On the bottom, nope. He's just happily plugging away on the minions.
And even if he, sniffed it out, he's by himself. His teammates are already on their camp. There would have been no one to rotate and help him take that camp. So I think even if he had seen it, giving it is the smart thing to do here.
Depends on who you are. If you're hoedown, you're in. 2-on-1, no problem.
In it to win it. 2v1, fight him.
Like I said, I think if executed properly, the Nexus Cats draft, if they play it counter engage, because once Diablo's in, he's in. He's in
They're just
trouble.
gonna have to be smart about those engagements. They have the damage, they have the wombo potential. They're just gonna have to make sure it's calculated. How they approach it.
All right, so top shrine. Going back to mid here. 3. It is interesting. The 131, and what is that a reference to, Born? Do you remember? Do you remember what I said? It's a 131.
It's a sports ball reference, but I don't remember the actual reference.
Basketball.
Something.
131 zone.
Something sports ball. I'm here for esports, Bell, not real life sports.
Oh.
Fear getting caught out
Jimmy.
Bottom and rip Jimmy. Not gonna be there for this first objective, unfortunately.
Poor Jimmy.
We knew him well. So,
I'm gonna get you up to speed on that stuff yet.
Good luck. Good luck with that.
A 131 zone. It's basketball. Everybody knows what the 131 zone is. Arthas is coming right in, rooting a good follow-up with the Tyrande, and the War Chief is no more.
Stuns from Blaze there too. They are using the engage tools they have properly. So a little bit of staggered deaths on the side of 2Calculated2Throw. So they're gonna have to be careful here, make sure they don't get caught out. You never want to sacrifice your whole team for this first objective. You know, first Punisher isn't that strong. It's really not worth
great
it.
stun by the Blaze there.
Huge.
Nice follow-up with the Tyrande.
Huge stun.
Oh my goodness.
Jimmy.
Poor Rhaegar.
Rhaegar is down just as the whole team, you know, Thrall was back and the whole team was going to be reunited. Jimmy getting real low, healing back up though.
Looks like Zara and Jaina went for a tap. Yes, they did.
Coming back in now. Their Nexus Cats are a little bit ahead of 2Calculated here as far as the Shrine Monkeys. Just a little bit. 2Calculated trying to poke it out though and keep themselves in this race.
Let's see what Arthas... Oh, the root. Okay. So he's not going to be quite as tanky as you would like to see. But later on, the root will go out farther and root everything in its path. So it'll be a better engage tool that way, ultimately. But he gives up a little tankiness for the root.
Mm-hmm. Probably counting on Blaze to help him be up there in the front line protecting the DPS. And Nexus Cats do get this first Punisher here. They're able to win the race. And first John Cena in their favor.
Yeah, and they got... Because the Cats backed up, they just jumped it outside the wall now twice. And it didn't even get inside, and they don't even get a front wall out of it. Interesting decision not to follow it at all, and at least try to get a front wall out of it. And because
they're
of that...
heading down. They just stole that siege camp.
Yeah, I just noticed that we just panned over there to catch that. So, actually turns out to be a very good play. Now they're just going to go around, paint the map blue.
Yep, they missed out on those camps on the first round, so they're gonna take them for themselves this time around. And force 2Calculated2Throw into the rotations to clear the camps.
I do want to say, the longer these fights go, if they're drug out, Arthano could have some mana problems. If you notice, he's Machine Gun Ice Lance build here. Mana could be an issue in a longer drawn-out fight.
Let me see what talents Rhaegar did not take the mana talent at 4 either, so he's gonna have to be careful as well in these fights. Tends to be a little mana heavy.
So it's gonna be, if that being the case, maybe it's who does Rhaegar run out of mana or Jaina run out of mana first?
I think both teams, like we said earlier, are gonna have to be careful with their engages.
Shadow Guard gets out of there. Oh, I was checking in a solo lane and our favorite gladiator goes down while we're checking out the solo lane. I apologize.
That's okay. A little bit of a gank going on there in mid. Again, smart about the engages. That was really well done on the part of Nexus Cats. They took an opportunity when they saw it. They put out the damage and followed up.
Okay, the Nexus Cats are doing their bruiser. What I want to do is to see them leave somebody here and wait to cap it until objective 10 seconds before objective.
And you're right, they are. They're gonna let that go, just like they did with those camps on Volskaya. You know, they seem to have their camp timings down pretty well. So scouting, you know, trying to sending out her bird to see if they are on their if 2Calculated is on their bruiser camp, which they just hopped on it. So both teams looking to put those out before this next objective here.
And they just got scouted. They know they're there.
They know they're there, but they're really not in a position to invade or do anything about it.
Fear! Fear's got to be afraid right now.
Oh no,
Yeah,
he's
he
having fear.
realizes he's dead, so he just starts peppering Sarah. He's like, yeah, I might as well get what damage I can here.
Instead of instilling fear, he had fear put into him, unfortunately.
Very nice. Very witty.
Okay. Thank you. I try, you know.
So we got almost a full level lead here for the Nexus Cats.
Both teams still on the same talent tier, though. They both have their heroics. Both have camps pushing in top lane. So for the moment, things are roughly even. 2Calculated2Throw getting their siege camp out again, though.
Oh, there's a nice wall bang. Lightning breath comes out.
Followed up by lightning breath. But no follow-up from the team. Arthur's kind of going to walk out of there. Oh.
There's a big fear ring. Ancestral comes out. Oh no!
All right, and we did see Bunker. Bunker saving Arthas. Starfall coming out from Toronto to put in that extra damage. Arthas barely
great
making it
stun.
out of there. Oh my gosh. Nexus Cats are low, but they survived through that fight. They got 2 kills, I believe, for none.
Always
And
nice.
We called it wrong in the beginning of that match, Bell. We said combustion for the Blaze, but he went Bunker, and actually there was definitely value there. Like I said, that's the only reason Arthas was able to stay alive there, is he dove into Bunker and was able to avoid some of that extra damage.
An interesting decision. Jaina Zeratul together, and we get Mida the. Oh, here we go. Nerazim. Ring of Frost, Starfall to follow up the ring, the Bunker, as you said, and of course when you're playing Arthas as tank, you have to take Army of the Dead.
Yep, definitely the pick there. We already saw Hyperion come out from Raynor. We got Ancestral, obviously, for Rhaegar. Horrify on Gul'dan, Sundering for Thrall, and again, we saw the Lightning Breath from Diablo. 13's on the side of Nexus Cats, so they're a little bit ahead in XP and kills right now. Looks like 2Calculated2Throw is trying to get some of that map control and some of that XP back by taking bot camp. They already picked up their siege camp earlier.
It's been sniffed out.
Arthas going in for massive root, followed up by the Jaina ring, caught 2 members of them. Even the Gul'dan Fear, not enough to help them out of this situation.
That was a squishy Diablo, wasn't it? Yes,
Squishy Diablo. He fell in that fight on the shrine, didn't have all his souls back, and then fell again right there at that bot camp. Unfortunately.
Unfortunate if you're too calculated there. They ended up being a 4-on-5. Thrall was sitting mid, so numbers were already in their favor, and that was a really good ring by Arthano. And the Zeratul, I believe, followed up, made sure the Gul'dan went down.
Yep. Like we said, they've been good with the engages, good with the follow-up so far, so they're getting the kills and the picks when it matters. Okay. We see Arthas backing here. We got Blaze once again in top lane, keeping that push. It looks like objective is going to be top lane again this time, so it's important to keep that lane pushed to get your team as much of an advantage as possible.
2Calculated is going to push this lane out. They probably should do at least another wave, but they are going to rotate instead. And let's see if they rotate. Yep, here they go. Okay.
Ooh, they're going to stay bot, grab their siege camp. Tyrande going to scout it out, and that's going to let the Nexus Cats know that they can push in hard here at top to try and get this fort before the next objective. So there's going to be no fountain and no fort to fall back to for 2Calculated2Throw if they need, you know, protection or a little bit of a break from objective.
Yeah, that was really good, a map awareness by the Cats right there. They realized that Al came out, hey, they're here, this is free. They push the issue, build that lead. If they play this out smart, rotate bottom here, clear this out, they could have 16 by the time the objective comes up. Looks like they're going to give them a even talent tier fight. I mean, the ring was really good. The Ancestral comes out. The Rhaegar is gonna live.
Oh, that was a huge ring. We saw Hyperion come out from there.
Rhaegar goes down.
That guy making it out of there with spoke too soon. That was a good try. He had less than 100 health, but so far 1 kill for 1. But Nexus Cats do have 16s now.
An interesting decision by the Nexus Cats to give an even talent tier fight when you're that close to 16. I think you don't engage there. You get your talent tier advantage, then you go pummel your opponent.
I mean, thankfully, again, like I said, it was 1 kill for 1. Did not go too far against their favor here, and now they do have that talent tier advantage. They can walk right up to Shrine and get that going. 2Calculated2Throw getting their Bruiser camp out, hoping to help them keep some of that lane pressure on. And they are 5 right now. Zeratul is going to be a little late to the party, so even with a talent tier down, if they're going to engage, now's the time.
But the thing is 2Calculate still, because it's a Zera, you don't really know where he is, so you have to play cautious. And here he is on the back line.
Going in, doing some damage.
Jimmy. Uh-oh. This
Arthas, right in the middle. Another excellent ring coming out. Always catching at least 2 or 3 people in that. Diablo is the second to fall. Everybody's still up on the side of Nexus Cats. August Sun getting slowed. Manages to throw out a Sunder, but it's not quite enough to save him, as it's now 3 kills to none in favor of Nexus Cats.
You know who's proud of Mark Zombie right now?
Who?
Gandalf.
Gandalf, because you shall not
You
pass.
shall not pass. And then here comes the ring, and
See,
there
I
they
can
all
get
go.
the nerd references. I get those references when you throw them at me. Just don't bring sports ball into it.
Fair enough. So John Cena, the silver lining here, if you're too calculated to throw, is it's frozen, the weakest one.
Yep.
Let's
But again,
focus
they-
on
they-
the positives.
They don't have a fort there. This Punisher's going right for keep. You know, and they're still fighting down a talent tier. They still have not picked up their 16s yet. So we are going to see Nexus Cats put some pressure on this lane here.
And I like that they went and got the bruiser here. So right after the Punisher's done, per se, the kid. Oh, there's another ring, and there's another
Another big ring. Sundering once again, not enough
nice
to
sphere
save
to disengage
everybody.
and save the thrall here.
Blaze dropping bunker again. I take it back, saving them from that additional damage with Hyperion. Able to help them survive through some of these fights. Arthur's throwing down the roots to try and help them disengage because Nexus Cats are hurting. It's time for them to bounce.
Yeah,
They
well, they got what
they-
they wanted. They got their.
They
keep.
got what they wanted. Yep, they got what they came for. And they did the smart thing and they backed out. They didn't overstay their welcome.
No Diablo here, but they are a little bit low. I think they could still take this fight on the opponent's siege camp if they really wanted to push the issue. But it looks like they're content with their victory top, and they're satisfied just to trade here.
Yep, they're gonna play it safe, take their own camp.
Thank you for the bits, Weenus. It's much appreciated. I did notice.
And we see both teams kind of posturing here in mid. I'm wondering if 2Calculated2Throw is going to try and get some kind of an engage before 20s hit for Nexus Cats.
Well, I think they have to at this point. Oh, here's another big ring set up by the Arthas root. The fear comes out. It looks like maybe hit
Arthur now,
Jaina.
a little bit of trouble though, having to back out.
And there's the bunker again.
Bunker down
saving
again.
Everybody.
So, no kills on either side. Maybe not quite the engagement that 2Calculated was hoping for. But again, everyone able to get out of there safely. So this... I don't know if this has a clear winner here.
Well, honestly, I think being down a talent tier and just making them give you a fight is a win for 2Calculated.
And they do get a fort there in mid, so you know, give themselves a little bit of extra XP, a little bit of extra lane pressure. But I think Nexus Cats, they're playing it safe, playing it smart. They're just gonna try and
Ooh, 3 Catus.
wait out their 20s. Yeah, they do have. They're gonna have to watch core 2Calculated2Throw is, because they are missing that top keep, and they're gonna have to be especially careful for this next objective here because Nexus Cats are gonna have 20s. Gonna be picked up here in just a second.
I don't know that I like that camp picked up right there. I think you try to hold it for objective later so it keeps the pressure out of the top lane for you, so you don't feel forced into a really, really bad fight. I mean, they're not going to get a great fight, 18-20, but they could have got maybe a better fight by not feeling pressured from the cat.
Nexus Cats, they're choosing to ignore that top camp though in favor of trying to get mid fort. Not quite getting it though. It's falling pretty low, and at least there's no fountain there, so that's going to work against 2Calculated2Throw. And Nexus Cat's still not paying attention to that camp in top lane, so they're going to let it push for now.
Nobody saw that. Fat
We'll
finger
pretend.
tab.
Well, these things happen.
And it looks like 2Calculated is just going to say, you know what, we can't take this fight. Our chances are better to fight under our keep and our core.
Yeah. That camp has already cleared itself top, so not a big deal for Nexus Cats. they can focus on objective here, which they're going to pick up fairly easily, and it is going to be an arcane Punisher.
The silver lining is with them. Well, no, they took care of that. Never mind. No silver lining here.
Yeah, unfortunately, I no fort bot, so this Punisher's going to waltz right to that keep. 2Calculated's already missing a keep top lane, so this is definitely going to add some additional pressure.
Firestorm.
They don't have 20s either.
Jump.
Calculate.
Yep. Punisher jumps, throwing down Hyperion to help try and zone out Nexus Cats, keep them from taking that keep.
All right. August Sun needs to get away from Diablo, so does Rhaegar. It's about to... Never mind. There it is. 15 seconds, guys. He jumps 15 seconds.
That was pretty good defense there. They
Yeah.
lost their walls, their towers, but that keep still stands. So as of right now, they only have one lane with constant pressure.
They're just lucky, I think, the Cats opted to back out, because when they got triple stunned right there, that's probably 3 dead people.
Yeah, a little bit more follow-up. That, like I said, would have resulted in 3 deaths, but Nexus Cats playing it safe, grabbing that camp. I think they're hoping to just keep up that lane pressure, keep up the pressure on the map, and maybe get a good pick here and then be able to waltz right to core.
I think Fear was fearing for his life. He backed out. He started to step up a little bit, and he's like, peace out.
Yeah, nope.
All right, Army of the Dead, so it looks like they want to take this keep, and okay, we got 20. 20's
Yep, 20's
online.
picked up. 20's online for both teams now, so they're going to be fighting on same talent here again.
Hellgate creates an engage, but here's
Oh,
a ring
but
to follow it up.
Once again, another big ring. Diablo jumping into that, or not Diablo, excuse me, Arthas jumping into that bunker at the last second. Diablo getting owned by the Jaina damage, using up his souls. He's going to be able to come right back. Hyperion up again. And Nexus Cat's choosing to walk away from that one.
Little unfortunate, the Ancestral was a little bit late. So it does cost Diablo his souls, so he goes from super tank to super squish for about 45-50 souls. It's just so hard to time out as a support player. You want to get the most value you can out of it, but sometimes I feel like it's better to let it rip a little bit earlier than your instinct says with the warm-up time it takes. The Ancestral, that is.
Looks like we just got a message here. You might still be on your draft overlay.
Am I? Gone it. You guys gotta tell me these things.
That's okay. It just means everybody got to see me drinking wine this game. Totally fine.
Oh, were we? Really? Sweet.
But
It's
Nexus
adult
Cat's pushing
juice.
in a little bit here, bot. Taking that keep. Didn't have much health anyway.
Man, this has not been my day, Born.
You know what? You're using a new setup here. You got to learn all the ins and the outs. It's okay. We can give you a pass.
This is true. I am trying to actually use Soothsayer for the first time, so... But that has nothing to do with what I did there.
We got all the
That's
kinks
just-
ironed out. Not a problem.
Alright, so... You have to have this if you're too calculated. I mean, I don't think being a lower seed, you got game 1. I don't think you want this to go to game 3. Oh, there's another big ring.
There's another huge ring. We're seeing a lot of ultimates coming out here. Sundering
Are
and
they all gonna live?
Starfall. Diablo getting rooted though, and he is the first to fall. But Jaina falling low in the back. Arthanel's gonna have to watch
Stunned
it.
by Shadow Guard right there.
Stuns have been on point this game, just like the rings. And Rhaegar in some trouble, going to go down. Arthas getting the heal though, surviving through that fight. Stuns going out onto Thrall. Oh, but no follow
Still have
up
their
right
tap.
there.
Yep.
Yeah, Nexus Cat's gonna have to tap and re-engage. Advantage, numbers are still in their favor, so they can go in. Zeratul putting out the damage. Good follow-up from the team. And unfortunately, it looks like that is it. For 2Calculated2Throw, that is going to be a team wipe.
That's your favorite kind of kill, isn't it?
Yes, it. 5-man kill.
That's just unfortunate.
Unfortunately, yeah, for 2Calculated2Throw, there's a huge wave. It looks like bot here with 3 katas. Nexus cats are going to take that top objective. They're going to have John Cena pushing in on core as well. And as of right now, Diablo, Squishy Diablo, is the only one up to work on the defense.
All right, so those 3 katas take roughly 40% off the keep. At this point in the game, this is indefensible, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure, especially with 3 members still down. I'm not sure, unfortunately, what 2Calculated2Throw can do. They can spray. They've got that. But all the damage coming out from Nexus cats, you know, there's only 40% left on that core. It's going to fall fairly quickly.
And
so
there you go.
The GG's coming out. Nexus cats take game 2.
So, we get what we wanted. Game 3. 8-0 for Arthano. Hey, there you go. 8-0 for Arthano. I think you're missing... Yeah, the rings were on point, but let's give credit where credit is due here. Everybody just gathered around Arthas. He just let them beat on him. And they form a nice little circle that even Bell could hit. All right, guys. Everybody knows tanks make the plays. All right. In all seriousness, that's true. We don't live without our supports. Give them love. All right, guys. We are going to take a quick break. We will be right back. Okay, everybody, we are back. Hopefully we're on the right screen. Game 3, we are going to Battlefield. Gotta love that. That makes 2 of us. We are right here. It's for all the marbles. Win and get to play next week. Lose and there's always next season. Let's see who wants to play next week.
Yeah. We have 1 game for either team here, so like you said, this is it. This is the big one. We'll see who's going to advance.
Lunara, they definitely don't want to get ha-ha-ha'd again.
Yep. No more ha ha ha. I mean, the damage was definitely there first game, so that's just something that Nexus Cats say, hey, we don't want to have to deal with that again. We're over it.
I think the big thing to point out here is we got a different ban.
That's right. This is not a repeat of those first two bans we saw, so we'll see if there's going to be Stukov again.
Interesting. Right. You know what? I think they want Anna. I think they want her. Nope.
You not gonna make it through. Sorry, Belle. Poor Anna. Not getting any love here.
Anna. No
Not
love.
gonna see any playtime. Yeah. The Stukov ban definitely must be targeted against Lulu, I think, because I mean, I wouldn't say he's a bad pick on this map, but this isn't a map I would typically, think of Stukov as like my first pick for a healer.
Well, I mean, he could zone you off the Immortal, right? You piss down the silence, and then if you are trying to keep him off as you're trying to finish, you put it in the choke point. Say you get the friendly, or sorry, yeah, the friendly spawn points. You can use it to keep him away. So it's not terrible on this map. I don't think he's a high priority. It's probably targeted. There's already Diablo for Mark Zombie. That leaves Artanis open. Probably Greymane here? Nope. Alex.
Alex Straza again. Okay. All right. Diablo being taken by the Nexus Cats this time. Again, this is not, as a support main, this is not typically a map I take Alex on. But I guess, if you're fighting for the Immortal, you're really struggling, bringing out the Dragon Queen could turn that fight around and give your team the space they need to defend and push the other team back and then go get some damage in on their Immortal.
Cassia with Tyrande.
I mean, we saw some really good Tyrande play from Lulu last game. The scouting was on point. The heals kept everybody alive. We had questioned at the beginning of the match, whether or not she'd be able to keep up with the Rhaegar heals, but I think she did a great job. So definitely a strong pick, for Nexus Cats here, I think.
Yeah, well, she's strong too. They take the Artanis, you take the Tyrande. Now you're almost on even footing in race, I think. Yeah,
because she can put Hunter's Mark on the Immortal here, and that's a huge help.
Ban Greymane. Don't give him another racer. Ban Greymane.
We did see the Jaina respec ban, even though Arthanel had already taken Cassia. I guess there could be swaps in the last round. And no Li Ming, my favorite wizard, is not going to get to see any play this game.
No Minger today.
Nope.
So let's put fear on Greymane. How about that?
Belle really wants that Greymane. Someone please give him Greymane.
Kael'thas.
Nope. Okay, so Kael'thas and Anubarak here.
Very strong.
Definitely strong picks. Nexus Cats are going to have to watch, obviously, for that bomb spread. It can be deadly in team fights. Not that we would know anything about that, but for other teams, it could be deadly.
Yeah, bomb spread is real. Blaze.
The Blaze pick again, and Raynor. Okay. Again,
well,
it seems like
the
Blaze was another comfort pick for Nexus Cats, judging by last game.
Right, you got Diablo that goes in, Blaze will go in, Cassia will have the ability to go in, Raynor can shred the Anubarak, but the blinds from Hey!
There's your Greymane. Thank you, 2Calculated.
I even called the person that would play it.
You did. Thank you, Fear.
So the race is going to go over to the side of 2Calculated here. The team fight is 2Calculated, I think. I think I like their draft. I think I like their chances here.
You know what? I'm gonna agree to disagree with you, and I'm gonna go with Nexus Cats here. The Tyrande and the Blaze, you know, like I said, we had some questions last game, but they executed really well, and if they can keep up that level of execution with their comp this time around, I think we're gonna see some really strong team fights from them as well.
Absolutely could be. And the best news of this whole match, we're on the right screen.
Oh yeah, you switched your overlays.
Yay!
Good job, Belle.
We're on the right screen, everybody.
That's all right. You're learning a lot
Whoa.
today.
What are we doing? Arthano is going to be on the Cassia. That guy is going to be on Jimmy Shadowguard, on Blaze again. Mark Zombie going to be on that Lord of Terror. And Lulu playing Tyrande. Love the skin.
And for 2Calculated2Throw, we're going to see Fear on Belle's Greymane. Thank you for fulfilling his wishes. August Sun on Artanis. Jurgen Derb on Kael'thas. Gald on Alexstrasza. And Reptilius on Anubarak. May the spiciest meme win, says Fear.
Oh,
I agree.
Jurgen Derg, God bless you.
Don't let your memes be just dreams. So Soul Laners, we got Artanis and Blaze top, and then we see the Four-Mans both here kind of squaring up in bot. Pretty standard for this map. Neither team's hard engaging just yet.
Let's hit Shift Z again, shall we, so everybody can see everything going on.
Zoom it out.
Nice
Ooh.
wall bang, a nice follow-up.
Early.
and the bug
Early
is
wall bang.
squashed.
He just got squooshed for reals. Did not have his escape. The wall bangs and then the follow-up. Like I said, they gotta... 2Calculated2Throw is going to have to respect the engage and the follow-up from Nexus Cats because they showed last game that they can bring it.
Absolutely. Let's see the sneaky Kale trying to throw the bombs on the minions, hoping you walk by.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. Let's go check on. Let's give our solo lane some love here. Right now, August Sun is getting the better end of this. I think Artanis probably wins this lane. But it's not, when you're in the solo lane, it's not really so much about winning a lane. It's just about keeping the soap. But I think Artanis, if played well, can win that.
So far Artanis, it looks like August Sun is playing that Artanis well. Shadowguard already down to just under half health here, but I'm gonna have to be careful.
Flare. Oh my goodness, the lunar flares, Lulu, are on point. The lunar from the Lulu. Here going in.
That's fun.
Oh, the lunar from the Lulu.
Yes, I like that. Lunar from Lulu. Now, if only we could get her to play Lily, then we'd have Lulu on Lily, and that would
Lulu
be even
on
more
Lily.
fun.
That would be great.
I didn't quite get to see it, but that's okay.
Lulu on Lily. We need that. Oh my goodness, we need that.
So, team's kind of in bot lane here. We see them kind of fighting over that camp. Another wallbang going out onto Anubarak from Diablo. And Nexus Cats are going to push and take that camp for themselves. They said, not today, Anubarak. They're in bug squishing mode.
Yep. Looks like they brought the fly swatter, that's for sure. Alright, so no camp from 2Calculated, and Nexus Cats are on the camp, so this is going to generate pressure for them. Belling.
Alright,
What's
and
Belling
we...
Pig doing in chat? Didn't he have a game?
I believe... Thought it was later, but we could be wrong.
10 o'clock.
Not sure here, but both teams on their Immortals, and it looks like 2Calculated comes out slightly ahead. Like you said, their burn is a little bit better. So Nexus Cats is either really going to have to lay into the burn or head on and try and defend. So we're going to have to see who wins the race here, because it's...
Oh, this is going to be...
So far, it's pretty close.
Close.
I think it's...
It is going to be...
Oh, so close. 2Calculated gets it with just 651 health left for Nexus Cats.
Our burn is greater than yours.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Not by much, though. That's like The
That was
slimmest of margins.
that was really, really close there. All right, and they are going to push in. We see Blaze back in bot lane doing that solo lane soak. And Cats are going to push in with their Immortal here at top. Unfortunately, early game, probably not going to do too much damage. Already below half health, no shields. But they are going to get those walls and those towers.
Oh, there's a good swap on that guy.
Good swap from that guy.
No, on that guy.
On that guy, excuse me.
Yeah, it was on that guy.
But, pardon me. I'm just looking for an excuse to say that guy.
Yeah. Aren't we all? I think I like the decision to send the Grey Mane down to back the Blaze up a little bit.
Yeah, helping to prevent too much damage there. The Nexus Cats didn't push in too far. They recognized, you know, they're not going to... You can't push for too much with that first Immortal. 2Calculated2Throw picked up their Bruiser camp. So they're going to have them to help push that top lane back and try and regain a little bit of that lane control that they lost with that first Immortal.
Oh, Shadow, you're not going to win that. Alright, if you're Raptilis here, do not be near a wall. You've been squashed twice.
Yep. Bug's got to be careful this game. Mark Zombie's wallbangs have been on point so far. So both teams are kind of peeking at that camp, trying to posture a little bit, see who's doing what and who's going to start on it and give the other team an excuse to engage.
Honestly, right now, I think both teams are in... I don't want to be the guy that cost us the game. I think everybody's being really cautious.
They are playing cautious.
August?
Oh! Are Tannis going in on the camp, though? Nexus Cat's just kind of laying in wait, letting him do some damage on that camp. Going in for the wall bang from Diablo.
Swap. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough?
Good swap into a good stun, although team is there to back him up.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, no,
Not like
Jimmy.
This.
Jimmy,
Not
no. And then a smart counter engage. Jimmy the first to fall there. And Dragon Queen coming out from Alex Straza. Yep, the swap's coming out. Arthur now falling really low, but is going to make it out of there, it looks like. Whew.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
So.
I missed that. How?
I don't know. Was it a Grey Mane splash?
Someone clipped that because I missed how that damage got in there, but nice work on the Grey Mane. Sneaking out that kill when we thought Cassia was safe.
120 some health was not enough to survive.
Ugh.
That's heartbreaking.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And then 2Calculated going hard on the Immortal. It looks like, unfortunately, with that pick, that this one is going to be theirs. Reptilius diving out of there before he can get wall banged and squished again.
Alright, Alex, gonna be okay.
Gonna make it out of there, throwing down the heals. Artanis finally gets that top camp. Really wanted it, finally got what he wanted. You know, he went after his dreams and got them. So now 2Calculated can really push
a big
in.
Swap on that guy.
Huge swap onto that guy.
Bang.
Ooh,
and
the heals are real.
Gonna be okay. Very
Everybody
fortunate to survive right there, boy.
Yeah. Very fortunate, very lucky. The heals were good. They're able to walk away. Unfortunately, they are going to have to give up Immortal here. But both teams are still roughly even in XP. 10's just picked up for 2Calculated. Nexus Cats gets them as well. So at least they're going to be on even talent tiers for this defense here.
You know what? We missed something very obvious there. When that was going on. We should have said, man, you don't want to be that guy.
We missed our golden opportunity.
Yeah, we totally missed it. We've been talking about using it. We just totally missed the golden opportunity right there.
Apologies, everyone. We'll try and do better. Blaze and Artanis top lane to continue picking up that soak. So it's 4-on-4 in the bot lane. Raynor throwing out Hyperion in defense. We see Kel'Thas throwing out his Phoenix. Apot coming out from Diablo. All the alts. Oh, huge hero coming on to Fear. Makes it out of there. I think that was Lifebinder from Alex Straza. Yep. Saving the Grey Mane there. First structure of the game. Nexus Cats have lost their bot fort. 2Calculated2Throw gets it. But Immortal almost dead. Not going to get too much damage as far as keep goes. And 2Calculated2Throw backing out and looking like maybe they're headed for top lane. Maybe going to try and get a gank here if Nexus Cats push in on their bruiser.
Let's see if they recognize.
They're waiting for it.
Okay.
They're waiting for it. They're going to take it. Nexus Cats are on bot camp, so 2Calculated is going to go and steal that bruiser camp for themselves.
If you're too calculated, that seems like a fair trade to me.
Yeah, I think definitely. Nexus Cats are going to have to back and take care of that because they have no fort there. So yeah, that was aggressive on the part of 2Calculated2Throw, but it worked out in their favor.
How long have we got? 29 seconds on top camp here.
We see our Tannis on the bruiser camp for 2Calculated2Throw. So both of those bruiser camps going to be in their favor. Nexus Cats are going to have to watch bot lane for those pushes because they don't have that fort anymore to protect them.
Shadow Guard just going to back up. He had to feel it.
Definitely smart there. Could have gotten caught out. The whole team's there.
Okay, if they're going to have both these camps, I think you push here a little bit.
Yeah, Shadow Guard did
Send
have to back.
Artanis
It's
to race.
4v5 currently.
Okay, I would have kept 4 here and sent Artanis off to race. But that's just me. But I'm
Yeah,
a
it looks
little more
like they're-
aggressive-minded.
We had no idea. Already getting damage on that Immortal. Nexus Cats leaving that camp top for
Big
the moment.
wall
Trying to
bang
push in.
on Alex, and the Lifebinder not
Oh,
going to save
did
the
not
Queen of
come
Dragons
out.
there.
Followed up by the APOC. Blaze currently in Cocoon. Looks like he's going to make it out of there, though, right into Bunker. So he's not going to go down. So I think that was definitely good defense on the Nexus Cats part. You know, they pushed in again. Like I said, they got that engaged when they should. Some damage to their Immortal, but nothing they can't catch up to.
What did we learn there, Born?
Oof.
Oh.
We learned not to
Toronto
stand
gets
in
blown
Immortal
up.
stuns. Not to
Oh.
stand in Immortal stuns. It never works out in your favor. So Nexus Cats, with that, going to have to back out here. They're falling low in health. They don't have their healer. They're going to have to play it safely here for now.
Yeah, both healers. One taking the Immortal Sun, one taking the wall bang. What we learned? Stuns hurt.
Stuns hurt, especially if you're a squishy support.
And don't stand near walls. That's the other thing. we
That
learned.
too.
This is going to be a pretty hefty Immortal here.
It is.
Oh,
2Calculated2Throw going to take that.
no.
Oh, Nexus
What?
Cat's trying to get a pick though, and they do. The Alexstrasza goes down. We see Hyperion coming out from Raynor, Bunker again from Blaze. The ping's going out to Artanis. He's super low, but just that one kill, just one pick there. Ouch.
Yeah.
So even though they get the Immortal, they're not going to have their healer for the first part of this here, so they're going to have to make sure they don't push in too hard.
If you're too calculated right there, that's just a little unfortunate. The Alex is a little overextended and paid the price.
Yeah, I mean, the Immortal is still going to get some push here. Like you said, it's a little later in game, but they're going to have to be a little bit more careful with their engages.
It looks like the Nexus Cats are just going to say, you know what? Better to
Alright.
lose this than another person and get this Immortal even deeper.
Yeah, they opted to send Blaze bot to keep that lane pushed out instead of trying to take a 4v5 fight. So, you know, they did have to give that top fort.
Interesting. I thought Blaze there for a second was going to come around for a mega flank, but opting to go safe instead.
Again, playing it safe. No walls left for that top keep, but the keep itself, it looks like, for now, is still going to stand. Probably about 2/3 health. So still could be either team's game. 2Calculated2Throw with the slight advantage there with as far as structures go, you know. They haven't lost one yet, but both teams still roughly within the same XP range.
And the Nexus Cats opt to leave their bruiser there. Interesting. You had to know or at least assume, I think, that 2Calculated went to the top camp, and that was the time to get your camp, but
they're
gonna
choosing to
lose
push
it.
it. Bot. They're gonna try and get some lane pressure for themselves. They're gonna lose that bruiser camp, so I'm not quite sure whether that's worth it or not to get that bot fort, but give up your own bruiser camp. Very risky backs. Oh, that
You
guy
don't want to be that guy.
don't want to be that guy getting caught out, backed a little late, swapped by Artanis, and just gone, dead in the ground. Rip.
We didn't miss it that time. You definitely don't want to be that guy.
An unfortunate pick for Nexus Cats, but just the way it falls. They had to go back. They managed to clear that bruiser camp. They're gonna have to clear bot camp 2, but it looks like Raynor should be back up roughly in time for the Immortal. Thankfully.
You know, I'm going to say that the push, yeah, they lost their bruiser camp, but I'm going to say that the push was worth it, and here's why. They have Katas to offset those Katas. Now, they don't have to worry about losing their structure because of catapults. Now, they're going to have to probably concede halftime here with Jimmy just getting up, and then fight under the Immortal, and this is unfortunate because they had a good defensive position to defend that.
Yeah.
And we'll
But it
probably
looks
get
like
aggressive spawn, or nope, neutrals.
Yep. You're right. Yeah, they're coming in here now for the defense. The whole team is there. They've cleared bot, so they're gonna have to go all in. That Immortal is already really low. We see the big stuns coming out from Shadow Guard. A whole bunch of balls being blown here. Hyperion, Phoenix, and Starfall from Tyrande. So much damage being put out by both these teams. Everybody's still alive for now, but another huge stun from Blaze.
Oh, Lifebinder!
Right into the big Alex. Strazi heals.
Save!
Oh, Lifebinder not quite getting as much value though because everybody's at about half health. Artanis falling low, but maybe gonna make it out.
Negative.
Nope.
But Kael'thas does not finish it. So close.
Kael'thas not quite getting the damage there. Nexus Cats won that fight, but they're all pretty low, and so is their Immortal. They just lost top keep, and they're gonna have to give that Immortal anyway. They're gonna have to give it up anyway, unfortunately.
And this is gonna hurt. This is a full shield, Immortal, bearing down bottom lane. They lose one person in this defense. I think this is GG.
Yep. So, I mean, the one thing that Nexus Cats has working in their favor is that Artanis is going to be late to the party. If they could somehow get a pick, it could help them. But like you said, they got to play carefully here and not lose another member, or it's GG.
Phoenix is just going to zone everybody off, so this thing's going to have 3/4 shield when it gets.
Oh, that hurts. And Artanis is going to be here soon. Unfortunately, not looking good for Nexus Cats.
Hyperion needs to come out right now and Starfall. Don't hold him. You hold him now.
At this point, dump everything you've got. And we see it the Hyperion, we see the APOC. Everything coming out now. Immortal, unfortunately, just wailing away on the core. Blaze in the backline has to drop Bunker. Shadow Guard gonna fall, not quite getting in the damage necessary. Immortal is still hacking away. Core falling down to 20%, 10%. And it's GG.
It's GG. So,
GG.
This is an upset, is it not?
It is an upset. I did check the stand.
Yeah, it felt like, well, Cassia didn't get the desired effect, I think. It felt like the Cats were always playing on their back foot, and when you're a dive comp, well, you're diving so the Cassie can be effective, but Diablos happen to play defensively, Blazes happen to play very defensively. The Cassie is not going to be able to be as aggressive as you would like. Okay, you know what? You have the call. You want to get the captain in here? Tell you what, while we're doing that, we'll be right back. Belle needs some water. We are back. We are back. Some technical difficulties has been the name of the night.
Woo!
See, wrong screens. Born can't talk on stat screen. It's not been my night, but it's been your night. Tell us how you're feeling.
We're pretty hyped. We went up against Nexus Scouts round 2 and got absolutely stepped on. So we kind of knew what to look out for this time around, and we had some pocket picks to pull out. We kind of been prepping that all season.
So this was your redemption match, your chance
absolutely.
to pull out the win. Yeah.
The ultimate rematch.
You said you knew what to look for this time around. So was that like what was behind the Stukov ban there? You know, why we saw you ban it every round?
Yeah, we really just don't want to deal with the Stukov when they engage hard, because they're really good at engaging all at once. Their timing's down pat. So we didn't want to deal with everybody getting stunned and silenced and burst by Jaina or whatever. So we wanted to at least get the Stukov out of the way. Plus his healing's really good. So
Makes sense.
Well, when they had the Maiev, a Stukov with a Maiev is an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's one of the things that they ran against us before. I don't remember if they had Stukov and Maiev, but they ran one or both against us before.
Yeah, Warden's Cage with the Stukov silence is nasty. I have been on the
Yeah.
receiving end of that before, and it wasn't a good time.
Unfortunately, so have I.
I'm just
So-
trying to think. Anything really? Let's see. Why were they? Do you guys have a really good Ana player, or is it just a meta ban they didn't want to deal with?
Yeah. Gald is an Ana main, and it's been a recurring thing that like everybody bans Ana every game now against us because they've seen him play, and it's like, yeah, all right, you had our entire team down to 1 health, and then he just healed everybody. And then he also does like the super aggressive grenades that shut down like Rhaegar ults and stuff, so his timing with the grenade is really
Yeah.
So
You guys
definitely target bans.
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
You guys looked really strong. Was it game 1? Where'd we go? Game
Yeah.
1? Volskaya.
Yep.
There was a time I felt like the tanks were feeling all lonely because they weren't holding items. And could you explain the strategy of holding 2 healing camps for some reason? Going into point 3? Was it double your pleasure, double your fun type thing? Or
Bonus heals. Honestly, it was just grab whatever you can grab and hold on to it until we need it. They could have dropped them earlier. I think it would have saved us a little bit in that fight, but it ended up working out. That's one of those maps we haven't played a whole lot this season, except for against Nexus Cats. So.
Oh, Volskaya, not one of your favorites?
Yeah. No, it's actually one of our favorites from last season when I was on the main calculated throw, but this team hasn't played on it very much, so we weren't really prepared for it as much when we first played it. But we've played it, I think, once or twice since then and done all right.
There you go. I despise that map with a passion. Me
Yeah.
personally.
Definitely
Point
not one
number
of our
3.
favorites.
Point number 3 is a nightmare.
Yeah, point 3 can be make or break for the entire match.
Absolutely.
I think if they changed the bottom point, it would be a much better map.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one for sure.
I think if maybe the conveyor belts weren't on the point itself, it would be better. Like if they were outside the point and didn't touch the point at all, I think it'd be better. Because having that rotation on the point just wipes entire teams out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, one thing we noticed that was really game 2, really just bringing the pain to you guys was the Arthas. You guys, it felt like you guys.
Yeah.
In a minute now, he's gonna have that charge. They're just gonna.
You guys would gather around the Arthas and just the ring would come out.
Obliterated,
You guys
yeah.
got obliterated, and it just felt like as soon as 10 came online, if I was to be totally honest here, it just felt like you guys couldn't fight him once 10 hit.
Yeah, no, it was really rough once they got 10s. As soon as Ring came out after the Arthas, it was just over for every fight. I think we won one fight where they missed the tanks on the ring, maybe, but other than that, it was all downhill.
Yeah. So, what was your mindset after that game too? You know, both of you guys are sitting at 1-1. You know, you're thinking of this as your redemption match. Nexus Cats is the 3rd seed. Like, what were your comms like after that game? You know, was everyone kind of bummed out, or were you ready to come back in swinging and try and take game 3?
There was a lot of chatter about whether to take map pick or draft We
Okay.
had draft pick first 2 games, and in the second game we kind of got dunked on in the draft a little bit. So we wanted to take the 2 picks and the map pick rather than getting first pick. And they ended up with what, Diablo, I think.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
took
Diablo.
Diablo. They took the Lord.
Yeah.
Then you guys
Which makes sense.
took Artanis Alex.
I believe so. Yeah, that sounds right. We really wanted the Artanis just for the immortal race and just because he's so hard to kill.
Yeah.
You eventually
Definitely
gave me
good
what
for
I
that map.
wanted to see.
He was desperate for that Greymane pick. He really wanted that Greymane pick.
I'm like a level 8 Greymane. I never play Greymane, but I was looking at the comp and I'm like, we need Greymane.
We could
I
use
have
a
to
Greymane
do it.
here.
I have to do it. Clearly, it paid
Well,
off. But
I mean, it did, and you made Bell's Knight. On top of all that, you made Bell's Knight because he was calling Greymane from the beginning of the draft. That's what he wanted to see.
Somebody
So.
give me Greymane!
I was actually worried they would pick up the Greymane there because I think they've played it a few times this season, and I don't think we've played it at all. And I had one warm-up match with him today. Like, we might end up playing Greymane. Of course, we did. So, hey,
So
thanks.
that was smart. That paid off. Nice work.
Yeah. Woo.
Well, I think that's unless you got something else, Born, I'm going to open up the floor here, let you get some shout-outs in.
About it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear the shout-outs.
Shout out to, we had a bunch of people in the chat that were watching that we know, so that's cool. And then shout out to Vinny, who plays the tank, so he was main tank all game. August did pretty good in the off lane, and the heals were insane. I'd give a shout out to our mage player, but I mean, first AoE, yeah, he's gonna get shout outs anyway. No credit for damage tonight. All the tanks and the healing there, that was crazy.
Everybody knows tanks make the plays.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. Hey, gauges are
Makes a
decided
whole
by how
difference.
tanks engage, or how a tank engages.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That turned a lot of the team fights, getting good engages in.
All right, well, congratulations. You
Yeah,
are
thank
going
you.
on to the next round. You get to play
I'm pretty
another
hyped.
week.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Who do you want to see? I'm actually kind of peeking over at your future opponents here. Who do you want
Let's
to see the
see.
next round?
The next round is either Frankfurters or Olaf. So honestly, I'd prefer to play against Olaf just because I've played a lot with Grogman and them, so it'd be cool to play against them some more in the series. But Frankfurters, we only played once, and it was kind of a one-sided game, just like our Nexus Cats game. So we'll see.
So maybe
I wouldn't
it's
mind a rematch.
redemption game.
I could go for a redemption game, but I'd like to see Grog make it through a game, get into the second round.
So you're
Okay.
rooting for a double upset
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah, that's what I'm
Alright.
looking for.
All right.
All right. Well, you know what? As always, Born, it's a pleasure. Thank you for the great games tonight. We love it when everybody comes out and watches the stream. I am going to send you over to Jason so we can see who's going to be the appointment. Not my knight. The opponent.
Yep.
For 2Calculated2Throw. Again,
We got more playoff action.
congratulations.